Hey everyone, Guard the Leaf here. How's everyone doing? So today, I'm coming to you from the Peace Arch border. And I've been waiting to make this video for a very long time. And for those of you who are not in Vancouver or the Lower Mainland, this is one of the major border crossings to the United States. And you can see here, how do I do this? I've had this camera for a few weeks now, I still can't figure out how to use it. Anyways, you can see the border crossing. It's not very busy at all. And I've been sitting here for about 15 minutes, just kind of observing what's going on. And it's actually, I think it's about 50-50 in terms of BC plates versus like Washington State. I've seen a few California and others. So you can see right now that there's absolutely no line. It's a Monday morning. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be as busy the afternoon or the weekends. But yeah, you can pretty much drive right up to the gate. So I actually wanted to create this video because I mentioned in my last video there was a, I'm gonna sit down. There was another video or article that I actually wanted to read out for everybody. It's an opinion piece, and let me read it out. Oh crap! I just broke my bag. All right, bag's fixed. Let me read the letter out. It's an opinion piece from the Surrey Now Leader, titled "Yet Another Reason Not to Cross the Canada-U.S. Border." Oh crap, there's people coming over here. Let me pause again. All right, let me start over. Not like you need another excuse not to cross the American-Canadian border. The wife accidentally sent a package to the American mail postage box. One that we use frequently, probably one that I also use as well. But now we haven't driven across the border in a year and a half. But we had to or abandon the package. The United States Blaine border has a lot of construction going on with processing tents set up. The agents in the booth wasn't very friendly whatsoever, but that is what it is. It was the obvious processing tents that was disturbing. We had picked up the package and started coming home on the Nexus line, and the U.S. Border Patrol had blocked off all the lanes into the lane about 30 yards from the Canadian border stalls. What the hell? Why is my phone? Never mind. Armed ICE agents with full masks on at 11 p.m. at night, shining lights at us and then into our vehicle, essentially blinding us. I am immediately recognized as a very white person, so they quickly let us go. But seeing armed individuals in full masks pointing lights at you was a sad example of this mentality and time that this country is living in. Now, the area that this guy is talking about is actually, if you look at the far lane, that is the United States over there coming back into Canada. The close lane in front of us, that's people going to the United States. Anyhow, back to the article. Anyhow, I won't be going across the border anytime soon. With the processing tents going up and the presence of armed ICE agents, I'm betting that they are going to have some issues in the northern Washington State area. Now, it was a short article. That was it. I mean, it's just somebody that basically stated that, they went to the United States, kind of like what I used to do, and they don't go anymore, and they had to actually go, unless they wanted to abandon their package. But the tents thing is a little bit surprising. I'm not surprised about the checkpoints just before the border. I'm going to walk over that area and actually show you guys. So, but I didn't know they were setting up tents. And gimbal, go straight. No, that way. Yeah, okay. But I didn't know they were actually setting up tents. And it is, yeah, I mean, you have to admit, that's a little bit intimidating. I mean, this road right here, I've gone down it maybe a couple hundred times, maybe even more. And I'm walking down it right now. It doesn't feel the same to me anymore. It just feels like going to enemy territory, if that makes sense. And yeah, see, look at these two cars. They're not even one's from, Florida. What the hell are you doing up here? I don't know where the other plate is from. But like I said, I used to drive down this road all the time. And, in the past, entering this road would have been like going to my next door neighbor's house. I gotta cross the road. Like I said, it would have been, just like going to my next door neighbor's house. You go down here, pick a package, head to Blaine, Bellingham, Seattle, whatever else, right? Got some nice gardens over here. Take a look at that. And they got a totem pole. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, I got distracted again. But yeah, what you're looking at in front of me is the Peace Arch Monument, and that's where I'm going to walk towards. But like I said, this road doesn't feel the same to me anymore. And it was a road that I went down a lot, and you know, it was just like going by next door neighbors. And I said earlier, it just feels like going to enemy territory. And all these cars that are going across, I mean, they got their own reason. I'm not going to judge them, and people do whatever the fuck they want. Obviously, I can give them a side eye, but you know, I just feel that it's not the same anymore. And it's a road that I feel like I'm probably not going to go down for a long. Ooh, there's like geese shit everywhere. Fuck. I gotta dodge this area. Sorry. But yeah, it's a road that I really don't have any urge or anything to go down anymore. And you know, at least not for a while, a long time. And I'm actually really curious to see if these tents are actually set up. Holy shit, there's a lot of geese shit. Sorry. I stepped in some. Oh well, fuck. But yeah, it's a road that I don't feel like I'm ever gonna go down again. At least not for a long time. Not just because of like the border. You know, a lot of people, okay, fair enough. Some people actually don't want to go to the United States because of the border. They don't want to be harassed, and you know, fine, fair enough. But it goes a little bit deeper for me. And you know, let me show you, get a pen, get a better image. It goes a little bit deeper for me. And you know, I think it's not just about the border, it's about the people. Not everyone, I'm not like, you know, generalizing, but you know, we're quickly finding out that there's more layers to this. And this message right here, may these gates never be closed, I find it a little bit hypocritical right now. And you know, it just kind of feels surreal that I'm standing here. Last week I was in Malaysia. But yeah, no, it doesn't feel right. You know what? I gotta pause here and take a photo. All right, I'm back. I just had to take a few photos, and you know, at least I wanted to take a photo. Anyways, what you're looking at right now, this pillar thing, is the actual border. So one side's Canada, and the other side's the United States. And there's the other border. So I'm literally standing on the border of the Canada-US side. And all of these cars are coming back into Canada. I don't know where they're from. But I'm gonna take a walk down Zero Avenue. I think you'll recognize one of the signs there because it's used everywhere. Everyone kind of uses it as like their thumbnail and stuff. And same with the news. But yeah, what I was saying earlier is that I just don't feel any need to go to the United States anymore. And you know, one of the things too is that it's not just about, it's not just about CBP. I mean, for me, it's more about the disrespect. And you know, Bellingham and Washington State, they're not innocent. And that's something that I like to say it irks me, but it just kind of bothers me that people can't look down one layer. I mean, they keep blaming the orange tangerine tyrant as the problems for everything, but I don't understand why people can't look one layer down to see how this asshole actually got into the office. You know, it's not just one guy. That's what I've been trying to emphasize on my channel. And at least, what's it say? Canada. I'm not going to read all that. You know, it's not just. I try to really emphasize that it's not just one guy causing these problems. And I hope people understand and know that there's a big fundamental problem in the United States, and it's not just one guy, but the people who voted for him in, or voted him in, and also you know, people who didn't vote at all. There's too much apathy going on in the United States. So where I am right now, this is Zero Avenue. Is it Zero Avenue? Yes, Zero Avenue. What I'm doing right now is I'm walking along the border on the Canada side, and I'm going to show you the US side. I'm not going to walk all the way, but I'll just kind of show a little bit of it. I don't really like not saying anything. I feel like I always have to talk, and I'm not very good at that. But you can see this ditch right here. There's a ditch right here. That's my side's Canada. The other side's the United States. If I cross over this ditch right here, I'm in the United States and I'm probably gonna get arrested, which we don't want that. So it looks like there's already, you might not be able to see it in the park, but there's border security already just kind of staying there watching. And yeah, this is the sign I actually wanted to show everybody because it's always in the news. You always see it in thumbnails and stuff. Do not cross international boundary. Violators will be arrested and charged with 8 USC 1325. That's interesting. I think these people here actually came from the Canada side. I'm not sure what they're doing over there. Anyways, so yeah, this is Zero Avenue. I kind of wanted to show everybody. It goes all the way down. I don't know how far down it goes, but yeah, this is it's sad. I'm not happy about this, to be honest. I mean, you know, I don't like having these relations with the United States like this. I'm sure I'm being watched right now, but fuck you guys, I don't care. But yeah, it is sad. I mean, you got to think about everyone who has traveled to the United States, and you know, they were our friends, and I say were, because I don't like what they're doing to us, and especially with last round of tariffs. And I just read this morning, it was actually on CBC News when I was eating breakfast. Apparently Taco Tuesday, starting in 2027, is going to tariff the shit out of the auto industry in Canada. I don't think we should be surprised. I mean, I kind of said that in my previous auto videos, that it's probably gonna be the next target, and here we are. So I still stand firm that I believe that we did the right thing in terms of saying no to the deal. And I guess as well, when it comes to the trade deal, it was Nutlick that actually stepped in very last minute and started throwing additional demands down. And yeah, Canada said, fuck you. So I actually learned that from Josh. I was watching Josh's video, and he was telling me about how Nutlick kind of stepped in last minute and played the bully, and Canada said, go screw yourself. So I'm glad we did. And you know, it's gonna be tough. I'm not denying that. Things are gonna get more expensive, but you know, it's down to our own principles and holding the line, standing up for Canada, because we already know what's gonna go on. I've mentioned the digital service tax in the past, and how I feel, you know, we sent a goodwill gesture, and look what that got us. Absolutely fucking nothing. So, you know, to the people over here on this side, you know, it's gonna be much more expensive for you. I mean, if you guys want to learn what a tariff is, might want to figure that out. At least for the Trump supporters that don't know what that means. I had an idiot email me. Sorry, I'm just kind of venting right now, but I had an idiot email me saying that the 50% tariffs, good luck paying for them. I was like, you fucking idiot. Well, anyways, I didn't even respond. I just kind of looked at it. I was like, you're just, God, like, get an education. Thank you. But the point is that it's going to be tougher for everybody, especially for the United States. I mean, I can't wait for the MAGA people to start complaining that things are more expensive or even more expensive, and you know, that's what you get just for being a lemming. So, but yeah, this is just my video. I wanted to make this quick one to show what the Peace Arch looks like. Yeah, I just feel, I'm okay. Here's a question for anyone from the Lower Mainland that used to go to. Actually, no, it's a question for anybody that used to cross the border into the United States, coming back into Canada. Did you ever feel that once you crossed into the border, it just kind of like a sigh of relief? I mean, I'm talking about like even before any of this stuff went on. I just noticed that, or I just remember that you know, the second you cross in and the CBP guard said, or CBSA guard says, "Welcome back to Canada," I just kind of felt like a little bit of like, you know, sigh of relief. I mean, you know, you don't have to worry about like people with guns in the car, and the road's quieter. I mean, you know, I-5 is fucking loud as hell. That's a freeway. I mean, you kind of notice it. It just sounds really loud. And then the second you get back into South Surrey, the roads are better. So anyways, that was just an observation, but this is it. I just wanted to really make this video for everyone to show what's going on at the border. Still no lineup. What the hell is that truck doing there? The trucks are supposed to go through a different crossing. There's a truck crossing. What the hell is wrong with my gimbal? It's not zooming. There it goes. Anyways, there's a truck there and he's not supposed to be there. He's supposed to go through the truck crossing. But I just wanted to create this video, show everybody what the border situation looks like. It's very dead if you ask me. There should still be, I remember going on weekdays, it would still be pretty busy up until like, you know, where the traffic light is. Maybe a little less than that, but thing I'm really noticing is that there's a lot of mixed plates. Like these 3 cars right now that just walked by or drove by, they're all Washington State plates. Washington State, BC. I think the other is a Washington plate because there's no plate on the front. Let me take a look. No, that's Alberta. Interesting. This one's Washington State. Fuck, I could do this all day. BC plate. You know, people can do whatever they want, so. Let me cross the road before I get hit. Washington plate, BC plate. Anyways, my point is that regardless of it, it's traffic is definitely down. And I'll just show one last pan here. You can see here, there's no lineup. And this makes me happy. I mean, there's a few cars lining up, but compared to what it was in 2024 and past, it's really slow. So, that's it. I think that's it for this video. I'm actually going to be moving over to White Rock. I'm going to go show everybody what White Rock is. I think it's the largest pier in Canada, but I'm going to move over there after this, probably release that video the next day or something like that, and I have another topic I want to talk about. All right, everyone, I'll catch you in the next video.